So,
The Fan.
join Meat Sauce and Nordo tomorrow at St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake in the Book Sports Betting Lounge. Stop in from noon to 2 to get in on the action, all while watching the games on their huge TVs. Plus, great food and craft beverages. Get the full details now at KFAN.com.
What kind of beverage?
Keyword calendar crafts.
Oh, okay, good.
Like mac and cheese.
Dwight's on his way.
How dare you?
Yeah, that breath would be smelling like you've been bobbing for turds.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Power Trip Morning Show on a Friday. Crease is here. We got a cast of thousands coming in for the initials game. The Charge Challenge is back, thanks to our friends at Cultivated. It's a big, big weekend. Here we are. It's football season. All right. Everybody's excited.
I'm
we go.
pumped, man. Football season Wales.
This is KFAN News with Chris
That's me.
Humphrey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
I'd like to say thank you to our friends at the St. Paul Saints, who I believe, I better not say that, but we're excited about some things with the St. Paul Saints. And we're excited for them because they're playing baseball again. The 65-69 Saints send Andrew Morris to the mound against the Cubs this evening at CHS Field. That'd be the Iowa Cubs.
Zach's son, right?
At CHS Field.
I think it's Zach's son.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
I think it's Mike's late nephew.
Wait, is there what happened? But he's pitching between you. What? Star's nephew died, but he's pitching?
Yeah. It's a whole Beetlejuice promotion.
Hey, it wouldn't be the first time a dead guy threw a pitch at the
great point.
CHS Field this year.
Oh, look at you, Zacho.
Well done.
Well done. All right. So anyway, my top story of the day is not just that John Creasel's going to New York to see the Vikings game. It's that our friends at Hy-Vee are making it happen. Tell us about that, Mr. Creasel.
Yeah, it's part of the Hy-Vee Vikings voyage. They picked a few local veterans, and so we're getting to go out there. They're rolling out the red carpet for us, flying out there, doing some dinners, some sightseeing. Going to see the 9/11 Memorial. Going to see the Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island. So, yeah, I'm super excited. I've never been to New York City before, and so to get to go see it is awesome.
Yeah.
And then going to the Vikings game on Sunday.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, man.
Good for you.
I'm jacked.
It's cool. And thank you. Thank you, Hy-Vee. That's
Thanks,
pretty
Hy-Vee.
awesome, man. We love it. And they're obviously they're helping us with our player interview on Tuesday, Jonathan Grenard. So we love Hy-Vee.
Yeah, Hy-Vee's the best.
Yeah.
Yep, that's where we shop.
Yeah. The FDA is launching an independent review of toxic metals. Everybody be cool. Hold on. I wish I could do this the right way, but we all know that I cannot. They've found toxic metals, ladies and gentlemen, in tampons. Toxic metal.
Got it. Yeah.
Democratic Senator Patty Murray is pissed.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This has got to stop.
She called for the FDA probe
Oh.
Ooh.
after a study showed higher than expected levels of toxic metal. In several brands of tampons. A study published last month showed the presence of lead, arsenic, and over a dozen harmful metals, including Pantera and Metallica.
Oh, brilliant.
In
No rise? No rise?
No, they wouldn't let us in. They're like every club in Los Angeles in
Yep, they said
1993.
VIP only.
14 commonly used tampon brands. Heavy metals can cause numerous health issues, including kidney disease and heart disease. So,
Jeez.
I don't, isn't it weird? Because like I'm not too familiar with
And anger.
Yeah,
And unreasonableness.
too familiar with tampons. I know what they look like. There's no part of them that I look at and say, man, there's metal in that thing.
Right?
Right?
Right? That, yeah.
But again, my kind of babe likes metal in her tampon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Starting to rust.
Well, then don't date Patty Murray.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Because she doesn't care for it.
Nope. She wants easy
Nor
listening
she.
in there.
I like my coffee black and my tampons diamond hard. Steel. Little iron ore in there.
Does the Tin Woman have a... No,
Brilliant, Zach.
A sheet metal.
Yeah. One of the... Such a great line.
Yep. So there you go. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not talking to you, Siri. Be cool.
Siri, nobody
She
asked
was
you.
listening.
Yeah.
She definitely has a medal.
Yeah,
she
she's
does.
mad at you.
A Minnesota cat will soon be heading home after being found nearly 1,500 miles away from home. Finn, the cat, was reported missing by his owner in Middle River in early July. He was found late last month in an industrial area of Monroe, Washington.
Or, hear me out,
Go ahead.
it's a different cat.
Yeah, you might be right.
The woman who found him says Finn's microchip allowed her to immediately
Oh,
find and
damn it,
contact the
never
owner.
mind.
The cat's owner is working with the woman who found him to arrange a flight so Finn can return home.
That cat's like, put me first
Yeah.
class if I have to go back there.
Right.
Correct.
You think that cat, if you're that far gone,
Yeah.
I've had cats that would disappear for a day or two and come back home,
Yeah.
presumably because they liked where they live. This cat absolutely
Yeah.
hates Middle River.
Yeah.
Hates it.
Honestly, how did it get that far without dying?
I believe I read a
Correct.
different story that said it rode in a fender well, believe it or not. I know that sounds impossible, but it's true.
This should be a new
Yeah.
What the hell's that?
modern version
Inside
of
the fender of a car.
Milo and Otis.
Jeez.
Right. Yeah, you're right. This cat escaped.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're bringing it back.
Right.
Poor thing.
Please don't bring me back.
Please. I made it all the way to Washington, guys. He was trying to get to Key West. He's not good with directions. He's a cat.
Yeah.
So, all right, another dumb question because I don't know how microchips work for pets.
Sure.
Is it like an air tag, or does somebody that finds the cat have to somehow activate it?
You have to take it
That's
to
a good
a
question.
veterinarian. Or they may now have it so you can do it on your phone. I'm not sure. I shouldn't.
I don't think we can see where Foxy is on the phone.
I think you can
it's just in.
I think you can bring it to an auto
Chloe named her.
zone
Oh, brilliant.
and just
Teach it
plug
out.
it in. Yeah.
Or these new tampons, you can just hold it close to the cat.
Oh, brilliant. That's
Oh,
my cat.
it's actually in the cat.
Yeah, right. Oh, kitty. Anyway, so yeah, 1,500 miles and coming back home. You know what I'd say to the lady in Middle River? Get a different cat. That one likes being out there. That new person, if that cat cared enough about that cat to take it in to see if it had a microchip, it'd probably be cool holding on to it.
Yeah. It's not you, it's the cat.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
A popular upscale mall is recovering from a flood in San Diego. Brown water and sludge spilled across the property at University Town Center, right in front of the fancy brands like Tiffany & Company, Lululemon, and Warby Parker. Retailers said it felt like an earthquake hit. However, in a statement, UTC says a water main failure is to blame for the flood and all the damn metal in the tampons.
Yeah. Or someone devastated the bathroom.
Oh, you know that happened.
Like that old Home Depot story where the police got called for a bomb threat.
Oh, yeah.
And they said because the guy walked in the bathroom and said, "I'm fixing to blow this place up."
Oh, it's not smart.
Someone
It's funny.
absolutely laid some cable and it caused this.
Do you guys think in 40 years malls will exist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so because I love them.
Yeah, I think they're making a comeback. I just
Will
wonder.
food courts exist though?
Oof.
I think there were too many malls. I think that's what we had an issue
Judge
with.
Joe Cheeseburger here at Food Court.
Because Rosedale
Jugs.
is
Fantastic.
amazing now. Maplewood is not.
I haven't been in a while.
But you know, I think like for instance down here down the road here. Did you just say it? What's this one called down the road here?
Southdale?
Yeah, Southdale.
Yeah.
They're putting like a Hy-Vee and stuff in there.
It's
I think,
not
not
Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee. What
It's
is it?
a
Lunds?
Kowalski's.
Kowalski's. There you go. So I think they're like taking those giant existing places like that and adding new ways to go to the mall. Like I can go get some groceries, but while I'm here, I can also get some socks at the sock store.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Is
know?
that where the
Well,
Dick's is?
if it's
now,
Hy-Vee,
too?
though, you can
Ridgedale.
get socks, you can get
Oh,
clothing,
Ridgedale.
Right,
That's
yeah,
it.
exactly.
you can
Yeah.
get beauty products,
There you go,
Vikings gear.
Right?
Burnsville is the most depressing one.
Is it really?
Not even a thing
It's
anymore.
like there's a YouTube story about just in its heyday, it looked awesome.
Yeah.
And now they're having to reinvent it. They're potentially going to have like some elderly housing.
Sure,
Because
yeah.
because people go there to walk
Absolutely.
and they're trying to do
Brilliant,
like
see?
lower rent stuff to get people in there first.
Right. Repurpose
Guaranteed
the building.
income.
Yeah.
Right.
Repurpose the building.
But a place like Rosedale
Yeah.
is thriving now. And it was fine before, but it is upscale, beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I love going
I
there.
love going to the mall. I always
Yeah.
have. Maybe it's
Especially in the
our generations.
holidays.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, the
right.
best.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just love it, man. I love it.
Nothing revitalizes and pumps up the energy of a mall better than adding a nursing home essentially to the
Yeah.
side of it.
Yep.
What? That's how you get the people moving again.
Well, just
Yeah.
the mall
Now I want to go
walkers
to
and-
Burnsville.
Yeah.
Rosie's going to go there and look for some tail.
You guys want some metal tampons?
Oh, jeez, Rose.
That's what they were back in the day, I'm sure.
Creasel, you got to go.
I gotta go. Yep, gotta do a little bit
enjoy
of
New
work
York,
and then
man.
off
Love
to
you,
New
John.
York. I love you guys. Go to my website, johncreasel.com. Book me for a speaking engagement. We're booking like crazy for 2025. Still have some spots for this year. johncreasel.com. Vikes win this weekend 27-24.
Let's go,
Love you.
Creasel.
Love you,
Who
brother.
wins at 8:15? Grimmer, Matt Muenster, Lawyer Lambert, or Tommy Olson?
I think Minster.
You're going Matt
Yep,
Muenster.
even
okay.
though he's a Packers fan.
Oh, we can hopefully cheer against him tonight.
Let's go.
Sauce will walk us through sports after this. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on Fan.
A huge thanks to our friends at Abracadabra Environmental Services for helping us keep the KFAN booth pest-free during the state fair this year. Get your house winter ready by having them come to your home this fall. Get more info on their website, abracadabraenvironmental.com.
Did you just do a magic trick? Power to Morning Show on
Brilliant.
Fame. That was Zacho. That's Sasso. We got a cast of thousands coming in. This one's up in the air today, man. I'll tell you. I could make an argument for every player playing today.
Absolutely.
I could. And I'll make an argument that JJ's the best receiver in the league. Here he says the team is ready for Sunday at noon on the Fan.
We've been watching the film. We've been going back on the last time they played us. So just like I said, we're excited for the game plan. We feel comfortable about the game plan. We just need to go out there, execute our plays, not, shoot ourselves in the foot like we did, a few weeks in the beginning of last season. So that's just something that we're kind of taking into consideration, kind of putting the focus towards. And we just need to go out there and play ball.
Let's go.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
Thank you
All right,
all
so
around.
weird, who cares hypothetical, but just that soundbite made me think of this about shooting yourselves in the foot. What will you be more upset about? If Daniel Jones looks like a god or if Sam Darnold looks awful?
Man, that's a good question.
Because the Vikings made Daniel Jones look competent a couple years ago and he got paid. If we make him look great again, would that piss you off? Or if Sam Darnold looks terrible and we have to look forward to that the rest of the year? The answer is both, but which
the
one would
answer is
piss you off most?
Probably if Darnold's.
Yeah.
That's where I would lean to.
Because after today's game, I don't care if
True.
Daniel Jones wins the MVP.
True, it is just frustrating that a guy that always looks well under average somehow finds a way to shine against us. That would be frustrating, but obviously the longer-term problem this season is if Darnold looks like a disaster.
And they both could happen in the same game, and that would be even worse.
Right, and that's the thing that sucks the most about this season is you have the unknown with Sam Darnold, and we know the schedule after the Giants game is an absolute gauntlet. If this season goes super south and they're 1-5 or 1-6, we would have had McCarthy waiting and just been like, all right, sweet. Yeah. Let's have the kid the rest of the year. That's something to watch. Even though the season's over, we got JJ. Let's see what we got. Now, if it goes super south, it just stays super south.
Which,
yikes.
as you and I have talked about a lot.
Then go all the way south.
That's not the worst thing either.
Right, because if we have McCarthy, we don't need a quarterback next year. So if this is a top 5 or 10 pick, then we can just find a way to wheel and deal and load up next year. Right. All right, Sauce, sports.
The Twins beat the Rays yesterday 4-3 to split that series. Lopez went 6 2/3, scattered 7 hits, 3 earned runs, struck out 9, and he walked 1. The Twins are 76-64. They will battle the Royals tonight in Kansas City at 7:10. They are 4 games back of the Guardians in the AL Central standings, and they are about 5 games up on Detroit for that last wild card spot. That is Twins news, brought to you by Quantum Fiber.
Yeah, big win for the Twins because, I don't know, this next couple weeks is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's up 5 on Detroit and Seattle, 5 games ahead of both, and then 5.5 against the Red Sox, who are the opponents of the Twins at one point here in a couple of weeks before the season wraps up.
They're still in some danger if they do.
Yeah.
So they just need to keep splitting, I guess.
Well, how lucky. The Twins have gotten lucky on a couple of things as they've struggled the last couple of weeks. They got lucky that KC fell off the face of the earth and lost 7 or 8 straight or whatever it was. How about the fact that the Red Sox are 5.5 behind the Royals, right? and the Sox have lost 5 straight.
Right.
So we have a half-game lead on Kansas City. So we're technically up, I guess, 5.5 then on Detroit and Seattle because they are both 5 games behind the Royals. So we have a 6-game lead on the Red Sox.
Yeah.
But they've lost 5 straight. Right? Yeah. If the Red Sox had been more competitive, they would have been right behind Kansas City and the Minnesota Twins as well. So Twins have gotten lucky that nobody behind them has made a significant run.
Yeah, you are correct, sir.
Thanks.
The Vikings open their season this Sunday in New York against the Giants at noon. Pregame at 10. The only 2 that are on the injury report are Jordan Addison and Jalen Speedy Naylor.
Hang on. You just have to pick a side.
No, he's right. It's
pick
Speedy.
a side. It's either Jalen Naylor or Speedy
What
Naylor.
if I use all of them?
I don't like that. Pick one. You were on my side.
I'm on your side.
No, don't do that.
Then don't do the Jalen
now I'm
Speedy.
on
It's
Hawk's
just
side.
Jalen Naylor.
I'm on Hawk's side.
Call him Speedy.
You're going to Speedy? Oh, my God.
You call him Dr. Speedy.
Both were limited with ankle injuries. They are the only 2 on the injury report.
Who are the 2?
Jordan Addison and Jalen Naylor.
Yes, welcome back.
And we will get our Speedy Naylor.
Oh,
we will
God.
get our final injury report today.
I don't get
Both are
that,
expected to play. I think
Speedy Naylor. We were just talking about that during the commercial break.
Wow. Why would you want your nickname to be Speedy if your last name is Naylor?
Well said.
Oh, man.
Just matter.
All right. The Chiefs beat the Ravens 27-20 in the season opener. The Ravens thought they tied the game in the final seconds, but tight end Isaiah Likely was out of bounds in the back of the end zone simply by a toe. He had a monster of a game anyway. He had 9 catches, 111 yards, 1 touchdown. Chiefs rookie Xavier Worthy had 2 touchdowns in the Chiefs win. The Chiefs are 1-0. The Ravens are 0-1.
And you said tied, but of course, we would have seen that was not the case. They were going for 2. They were going to go for the win, but then the review kicked in and the touchdown got overturned. So they weren't going for the tie. They were going for the win. Love that.
Ben Gessling just tweeted this. The Vikings, who had less than $1 million in salary cap space, cleared room with a signing bonus conversion in TJ Hawkinson's contract. He had a base of $9.9 million. The Vikings could clear up to $7.92 million with a conversion.
I know contracts are complicated, and that's why every team has a Rob Brzezinski to do the bookkeeping and Excel
Brzezinski
spreadsheets
whales.
and this and that. Is it just me, or every time I see a new contract sign now, it feels like it's getting more and more and more confusing for the rest of us to understand?
Correct.
Like it'll be like Cam Hayward signed a 3-year, $45 million deal. Now, 38 of that's guaranteed. He gets a $27 million signing bonus, but $12 million up front. He gets another $36 million after year 2, and you're going, I don't even understand. How much does he get today? How much does he get?
$900,000 next season. Yeah, it's all that. Yeah,
and there's 7 layers of guaranteed money, and it seems like what's the difference between upfront versus quote a signing bonus versus how much is guaranteed? It's just very confusing. The point is they're all getting rich, and the salary cap's fake.
You are correct.
Thank
That
you.
sounds like one of those math problems and from school. Like that's what they should do. Salary cap 101.
Yeah, and now if it's like, hey, a train leaves Pittsburgh, leaving at 12, and it's going 160 miles an hour. As soon as they start saying that, you just go straight to ChatGPT and say, no, thank you. You can figure it out.
We get more football tonight, Hogs Daddy, when the Packers battle the Eagles in Brazil at 7:15. Philly is a 2.5-point favorite, and that game can be heard right here on The Fan.
Have we talked about the green thing with that?
What do you mean?
So the stadium that they're playing in, it's a home to a soccer team down there, and their rivals wear the color green. And so neither team is allowed to wear the color green tonight because they don't want any association with the rivals.
So what are they wearing?
They're playing nude.
Yes.
But both teams have green, though.
Like
so
white and gold, I think, and for one, and just... I don't know what exactly
what
they're
is
going to be
the other
wearing,
team
but
Is it and I might be wrong because I don't retain information, but aren't the Packers throwbacks like aren't they brown, like all brown and yellow or something?
kind of like a shade of blue almost.
Yeah.
But I didn't see exactly what they're planning on wearing tonight, but apparently they are. That was one of the big stipulations with this. So
Weird.
Well, Matt Minster's a Packer fan. He just got here, Zach, if you want to go grab him. Matt Minster could probably walk us through exactly what the Packers are wearing tonight in Brazil.
Yeah.
Or your lovely wife, Kel.
Yeah.
Does she know?
probably. The Gophers, they will battle Rhode Island tomorrow at 11, pregame at 9. I've yet to see a line. I just looked on ESPN. They don't have it. And I just looked on DraftKings, and it doesn't seem that they have it either. But yeah,
just do one.
The Gophers are.
Why don't you make a?
Yeah, throw us one. Just
I
tell us
would
what it's
say
gonna
the
be.
Gophers are going to be 17.5-point favorites.
Mark it down.
That
Thanks,
would be
Willow.
my guess.
Ask Power Trip Bets. I bet he can figure it out.
He passed away.
Oh, well, then
Yeah,
too bad.
Very
Do a
sad.
seance then.
Who? So, yeah, they play tomorrow at 11. What's like a. Got it.
No, explain what a seance is.
That would be like if you would do like a sort of like a chant to bring somebody back to life.
What else is involved, typically?
There would probably be like somebody yelling things in tongues to like raise the dead. I don't know. I'm not bright. I watched a movie on it once. I don't remember it. Hockey, you talked about this yesterday with Fargo Flash and Lieber, but Michigan hosts Texas tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the big noon kickoff on Fox.
Let's go. Can't wait, man. It's going to be a good. I hope it's a good one. And again, I can't
Texas
believe
is a 7-point favorite.
I know, and I took that bet.
It's a low over-under, too. The over-under is 42.5. That seems extremely low.
The Iowa State game's in the 30s.
Yeah, the Iowa State game is, 35.5. Iowa's a 3-point favorite.
How about that?
And then the other one is, you get Nebraska hosting Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
That's the NBC kickoff bid.
It's weird to call a show the big noon kickoff when that doesn't translate to the entire
I
country.
said the same thing last week when I was watching it.
That's really weird.
That's a weird name.
Yeah. The West Coast probably doesn't appreciate the big noon kickoff.
Yeah, because it's 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it when I lived out there. You'd wake up in the morning and NFL would be on.
Yeah.
That's cool. Let's go.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
That's why people like football in Vegas.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's the
Let's
best.
get it over with.
Oh, yeah. When the NFL starts at 10 a.m., that's badass. Chiefs super fan got 17 and a half years for his bank robberies.
Man, mad respect for that dude.
Why? Except for the gun pointing part.
Except for the gun pointing part. But for a while, 11 robberies in 7 different states. He got away with 11 robberies. Tip of the cap, man. Yeah. Tip of the cap. Well done.
Did it on a bicycle. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he got away on a bike.
Yep. I mean, the dude for 16 months living the life.
You think he ever got rad when he was leaving the bank?
Like doing wheelies?
Yeah. Like
Probably,
bunny hopped.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I would think that's kind of part of the scheme, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're panicking and looking suspicious, that's one thing. If you're doing wheelies and doing tricks, you didn't just rob a bank. You're just showing off.
Yeah, you're a badass.
So you are drawing attention to yourself, but not suspicious attention. You're like, man, that guy's really good at bike tricks.
Yeah, he'd never do that if he just robbed that bank.
Hey, have you guys seen anybody suspicious? I saw a guy doing wheelies on a bike, but there's no way that guy robbed a bank. He was badass. He was super rad.
Yeah, man. He just did a cross up in a tabletop.
Yeah,
he did a tabletop.
whatever those are. He did those two things.
Then he yelled rad.
Yeah, he yelled rad.
This one is simply for the bit. The Lynx tonight are in Indiana to battle the Fever.
Oh, my God. What time? Not during the football game.
6:30.
Oh, God, the Packer game's at 7:15.
You have tickets for any of those?
So? Were you going to go to Indiana?
Yes.
Okay.
Caitlin Clark plays for the Fever.
Yeah. Tell people that.
And the rest of the roster's people, too.
Can you name
Caitlin Clark's on that team, though. Man, tough break for me.
name 3 Lynx players?
We have to go to break, and Matt Minster's here. Otherwise, I would tell you the entire Fever lineup.
you know that,
Absolutely, I would have done that. Matt Minster is here. Tommy Olson should be here in a second. Lawyer Lambert in a second. Mike Grimm, the voice of the Gophers. Maybe we'll ask him what the line is on that Rhode Island game. And maybe Matt can tell us what Packer jerseys are going to be worn tonight in Brazil. Vikings news next after this on The Fan.
Hey, good morning. Here we are, 7:38 Power Trip Morning Show. You know, this is the time we always do Vikings news.
Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Ranco. We love you, Ranco. Thank you.
What better way to do Vikings news than to bring in a Packers fan?
Thanks, buddy boy.
Freaking Matt Muenster. All right,
know.
Matt, good. Your team's in Brazil. They're supposed to be good. Our team needs a miracle to be competitive. We get it. Good for you. Third straight Hall of Fame quarterback. Congratulations. Oh, boy.
It doesn't, I don't hear it in your voice, Carr.
How confident are you? I mean, did you hear what I was saying earlier? That apparently the Packers are already complaining that it's a 2-hour commute because of the traffic from where their hotel is versus the Eagles are right next to the stadium?
Yeah.
That'll be
How
fun.
confident am I? I don't know. The hype's too high. I mean, I still feel like they were our youngest team in the NFL last year, right?
Right.
And they did what they weren't supposed to do. And they're younger this year somehow. So I think that's a lot of hype for a really young team.
But you think they're going to be good?
I think they're going to be good. I think Detroit still wins the division.
My guess is you're not too worried about Minnesota?
Here's the thing. I'm surrounded, right, by Vikings fans. I don't think it's as dire as people make it seem. If Darnold's okay, if he's just okay, like there's talent everywhere in that roster.
It does come down to the quarterback, though, and that's almost every NFL team. You saw it last night, right? We had two dynamic quarterbacks, and either of those teams could be extremely good this year because of Jackson and Mahomes. Now, those are two former MVPs, but if Darnold's better than we think, then obviously they're going to be better than we think. But that's such a huge question mark.
But is that the worst thing possible to be like 9 and 8, 8 and 9?
8-9 is the worst thing possible.
It's worse than 2-15. I mean, honestly, you just end up with the 19th pick again.
Yeah, you'd rather be 2-15.
No.
Yeah,
8-9.
No.
Ugh.
8-9 sucks because then you miss the postseason.
8 and 9 sucks. You miss the whole season.
That
Your
sucks.
team doesn't get into the playoffs and have at least some sort of playoff experience for a bunch of young players, and then. It isn't worth it. But I think Darnold is good enough to be like one of those 9 and 8, 8 and 9 guys, and that's the drag of the Vikings with JJ going down. Like you said, like if even if you guys weren't going well, you could see JJ develop. That was kind of happening with Green Bay last year. It didn't go well early, but you got to see like Love kind of figure it out.
Yeah. And he clearly did.
He kind of did,
and then got paid.
And you upgraded at running back.
Oh, did we though?
Yeah, I mean, Josh Jacobs is a stud.
Thank you. But I think you guys are going to absolutely love Aaron Jones.
Yeah, but he's what?
But he's 30.
30? I mean,
he's 28.
Is he really?
I think he is. He just seems like he's 36
He's
years
been
old.
around for a while, but
He's going to be good for us.
You guys are going to
Yes.
love watching that dude play football. Plus, he's just a super awesome
20
dude.
He's a good
29
dude.
years old.
Let's go.
Yeah, he is a great dude, but yeah.
Josh
him that
Jacobs is a
ball.
nice player. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad to have him, but this is a bummer. He's just like a heartbeat kind of guy.
Yeah.
Is our boy Aaron Jones, but enjoy him.
We are.
You should.
We're gonna.
Honestly, I think the Vikings overperform a little bit this year.
I'm with you. Thank you.
Well, expectations
little bit.
are low,
Why
so
not?
right. The over/under
It
is
is an
6.5.
easier statement to make. Yeah,
But I mean, like you said, if Darnold's fine, an 8-9 season seems possible. When the over/under is 6.5, then yeah, that seems like you are.
Is that where it's at?
6.5.
Yeah.
It's one of the lowest in the league. So it's
that's rough.
An 8-9 season technically is slightly overperforming.
But you got dudes at like every other level. You got excellence enough at the corners in the offensive line. You've got the best receiver in the league. You've got decent at defensive line. You've got.
talking.
I mean, there's players on every level. You can win games in this league.
Oh,
I don't know.
Let's go.
This is me hyping up Vikings
I know. I
in the
love
morning.
to see you make us feel
Just
better. Thank you,
had a
Matt.
quarterback. We'll see.
We're good.
This is all about my gratefulness just to be here today, I guess. No one saw it coming, and I'm fine with that.
Still one of the all-timers, man. What an upset. It's been the year of the upset. This is a weird matchup, though. The four of you, we've been saying it all week. Any of the four of you can win. This is
What a mess.
This is not like last week where it's basically AJ and Do-Young Park and then Tatum and Parrish need a miracle.
Yeah.
All four of you could win, and nobody would be surprised.
It would be. It's. I don't know. And by the way, Creasel, if you're listening, I heard you. Thank you for your support. I have no idea, man. I feel like I got a little lucky. I think it was. Oak was just guessing early last time for me and planted a couple. He
does
planted
do
a
that.
couple seeds in my mind back in that room with Hawk, and I got it. I think I got a little lucky.
Yeah,
But
Oak's MO in this game is get off to a fast start and then just gamble.
Right.
And
Clue
he
number
takes
one.
himself out of a lot of games. But I like the aggression.
Yeah, he'll ring in before the first clue's even over.
You got to take advantage, though. And you did.
What?
So we'll see.
when you're a long
8:15.
shot, you gotta look.
Yeah.
What did Parrish get on the first clue? Was it rectangle?
Basketball
Basketball
court,
court,
after
yeah.
one clue.
Yeah, so you got to roll a dice.
That's right. You're going to do some dice rolling today, aren't you?
Hell yeah.
Well, your squad plays tonight at 7:15.
Yes,
Packers
they do.
at Eagles. The Vikings debut Sunday at the New York Giants right here on the Fan. 10 o'clock pregame. Noon kickoff. Fan line follows.
We're just playing by the rules.
That's a 9:15 start tonight in Brazil, right? 7:15 here locally, though. 9:15 for the actual players. Last night was what, a 30-ish minute delay or so because of the extreme weather, some 20, 30 minutes. So, that's not 9:15, but it was pushing 8 o'clock Central Time.
Yeah.
They're already messed up. They've been on a plane for how long does it take to get to Brazil? 8-9 hours?
When did they get there?
Is it 12? They got 2 nights
They got there
ago,
in
something
December.
like that?
Oh,
Yeah.
December.
Yeah, they've been there for a while.
Why not go early?
Yeah, right.
I don't know. It's kind of a cool matchup, though. I mean,
oh, sure. I
those
agree.
two teams
Yeah.
completely went in two different directions last year. Green Bay started off crap. They had a late push. Weren't the Eagles 11-0?
Something like
They're like
that.
11
Didn't they
and 0.
lose
They were
5
like-
of their last 6
Like
or some
1-6 to finish the season.
And
Yeah.
yet their coach is
Forget.
on the hot seat again.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the pressure's on the Eagles to show that they got hope left to make another push.
Yep, slight favorites tonight. DraftKings has the Eagles as a 2.5-point favorite.
Well, it's their home game. How much does that suck, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the
Happens,
London
though.
game, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, me too.
How great was that game last night?
It was so much fun. And
Football's the best.
in case you didn't hear the end of the game, here's what you missed.
Down to one play, 5 seconds to go. Lamar trying to make magic happen. Throw it end zone. Likely 2 feet down. Yes! Touchdown! What a play! Going for 2 and the win are the Ravens on opening night.
Wait.
The runner's toe hit out of bounds. It's an incomplete pass. The game is over. Kansas City has won.
27-20. The Chiefs win on opening night by a toe.
And again, you can't dispute it. I've seen even Lamar Jackson's like, I still think it's you can't dispute it.
Which is funny because
It's
he's
ridiculous.
He's
His toes
sticking
out
with
of
that. It's like,
bounds.
then you don't understand the
Right.
rules, Lamar. His toes are out of
He
bounds.
was out of bounds.
Nothing you can do about it. That's what happened.
Wear white shoes.
Yeah, somebody said that. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Patrick Mahomes was joking about that.
Yeah.
Also, how good is Tirico?
Oh, he's the best
Always
at everything.
good.
He's
Always good.
Yep.
And yeah, that was just a hell of a game.
It was.
And I'm mostly upset because it deprived us of seeing a 2-point conversion attempt there, which
At the
would have-
buzzer. Yeah,
which would
those
have
are
been-
always awesome.
Yes, that would have been great.
Hi, Mike Grimm.
Grimmer, did you watch it?
I did not. I watched the first 3 quarters and then went to bed
Yeah.
because I had to get up early to come in and do this.
Well, you missed a good one.
Yeah.
yeah,
Nail biter.
It sounded like it was a nail biter.
Yeah, touchdown at the buzzer. Isaiah Likely in the back of the end zone. So for a second, it looked like they were down 1, going for 2 for the win. But then they, of course, reviewed it because it's a scoring play under 2 minutes. And his feet were clearly, one foot was clearly over the line.
Yep.
But
Over
in
the
real
line.
time, I think everybody thought it was good. It looked good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Looked like you got 2 feet in. Looked like that back foot
It's on the
drag.
screen right now.
Yeah, looked
And
good.
then, as you could tell when you were watching it, you could tell that they showed the replay because the crowd went nuts when
Yeah.
they saw the replay.
Yeah. Did you guys notice the ref standing there looking directly at his foot? I mean, talk about being in the perfect place for a referee. I mean, literally standing right. And
Did he
of
get it
course,
right?
No, he got
No,
it
he
wrong.
got it wrong.
In
Oh, yeah,
real time.
because they had to review it.
Yeah, they had to
Yeah.
review it, but still, just being perfectly placed. He's standing right at the spot where the touchdown was caught, where the non-touchdown was caught.
And this is such a stupid thing to do because I'm telling a professional athlete what to do, right?
Go ahead.
But it is weird that he didn't point his toes, right? Isn't that what they trained to do? Because
Yeah.
he did put his foot flat, and that was the difference. If
like
he
Chris
taps
Carter
his
did.
exactly, if he Chris Carter's it, he gets it in. But I can't do that. I would have caught it exactly how he did with his foot with a flat foot.
Right.
But they're supposed to do the toe tap so they get their toes in, not the whole foot, and the whole foot pushed it out of bounds.
You
So,
know, with
awesome ending though.
week 1 of the NFL, you never know because we know some teams are going to be good. Like we knew the Chiefs were probably going to be pretty good, but a lot of teams you don't know until you see them on the field. If this were like the middle of the season, we'd say this is kind of a stinky week for matchups. But we have a couple of things that are pretty good, like the Rams at the Lions. That's Sunday
great.
night. That'll
That's
be
a
a
good
fun
one.
game.
Yep.
I'm interested in Washington versus Tampa Bay because of the quarterback situation there in Washington. We'll see what they've got.
Yeah.
Dallas versus Cleveland could be a good one.
Yeah, those are 2 very good defenses.
Yeah.
The Broncos and Seahawks, who cares?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, a lot of the matchups are kind of stinky.
Panthers, Saints, don't care.
Did you guys catch? By the way, did you guys catch the? Did you watch any of the pregame when they were just trying to fill time because of the weather delay?
Yeah.
They had this really weird debate about can the Kansas City Chiefs three-peat? Because it's never been done in the Super Bowl era, right? No team has ever won 3 consecutive Super Bowls. And I forget who it was. A couple people were like, no, they can't. It's like, well, of course they can. Will they and won't they are completely different. But it's like, I don't think they can do it. No one's ever done it. Well, they're 5-1 in Vegas, right? So even we're talking like 20%, right? I think they're maybe even slightly higher than that, if you ask me. I think they're a little bit better than that. So sure, is it more likely than not? I would take the field. If anybody wants the Chiefs, I'll take the field. But the whole they can't do it is preposterous. They have the best quarterback on the planet.
If he stays healthy, they can absolutely.
Of course they can.
They won it last year, with an okay team, according to them.
Well, and
they had no one catching a ball last year.
Correct.
All of a sudden, Xavier Worthy's out there, and it's like, don't let them get Xavier Worthy.
Pelissero, the last couple of weeks on our show, has nailed it. Like, KC won it last year, and their offense wasn't that great. And that's with Mahomes and Kelsey, and it still wasn't that dynamic.
As Matt just said, a year ago today, we were going, they can't hang on to the ball. They had so many drops in that first game. Yeah.
They were a team, too, that just kind of sleptwalked through the middle of the year. I think they just knew that we'll flip the switch, which a lot of teams can't do that. They think they can, they can't. They're good enough because of the quarterback to do it. It looked like they barely cared in the middle of the year. And
it's kind of like the Warriors, back when they were just stacked and let's just get in the playoffs. We'll smoke everyone. It's fine.
Yeah. And Mahomes turned it. I mean, his playoff numbers are ridiculous.
Isn't he 15-3?
Yeah, something like
it's
that.
15-3.
Yeah. Like his, if you extrapolated over a season, it'd be like one of the great seasons, and you're thinking you're playing the best teams there.
Yeah.
What's the Monday night matchup? Is there 2 of them this year?
Jets and Niners in San Fran. There's just one.
There's just one.
Good. That's so dumb.
Eagles and Packers tonight, right?
Yes.
But I think, let me check here. I looked at this the other day. Hang on, one of us.
Take your time.
I think there are 2 games on Monday night in week 3 and week 4.
Why is that?
Yeah, week 3, Jacksonville at the Bills, Commanders at Bengals. Week 4.
But not week 1.
Titans at Dolphins, Seahawks at Lions.
Yep. This week it's just New York at the Jets at San Francisco. That's right, yeah.
And then week 5 is just a solo.
So we'll get to see your guy A-Rod, Matt. We'll get to see him on...
I don't know what to do with him.
I can give you some ideas.
I'm all ears, Hawk. It was kind of a bummer to see him go down after 4 plays, as salty as I was last year. But I was kind of rooting against. I mean, our draft pick was going to get good, and it didn't get good. So I don't know. I mean, that's a good team. I drafted Garrett Wilson in 2 leagues, so I guess go A-Rod.
He's a stud.
I don't know. I kind of nothing him at the moment.
Certainly not.
Right. Grimmer?
Sorry.
You ready for some college football tomorrow?
I am getting there. Yes, sir.
Yeah, what are you thinking about Rhode Island?
The Rhode Island Rams. They beat Holy Cross last week, come from behind fashion. Their quarterback was the player of the week in their conference. Can you play the match game music?
Took it to the limit.
Sure can.
I'm sure he did.
I don't know. Go for it.
Can anybody name the conference in which Rhode Island plays?
Climax.
Wow. That's close.
To preview 8:15, can you give us the initials? Do you think that would still not help us?
I don't think that would help. CAA, the CAA.
Is it the
Colonial something? No? Coastal something? Coastal? Coastal Athletic Association.
You've got it. Boom.
It's Juice and it's Lucy.
Oh, gross.
The Coastal Athletic Association.
That's real?
Apparently it's real.
Can you name a second team in that conference?
New Hampshire, I think, because that's where the Gopher quarterback
That's
came
right.
from.
That's where he came from.
Okay.
Well
The Gopher quarterbacks played against this Rhode Island team. I was just crunching the numbers back in the office.
Of course you were.
954 career passing yards against these guys. He threw for 454 last year. He threw 60 times in an overtime loss. New Hampshire was ranked and got upset by these guys. I don't think he's going to throw 60 times.
No, probably not. Sauce, didn't Lamar Odom go to Rhode Island?
It's funny. Guardsy and Barrero talked about that the other day, and I'm pretty sure he did.
He did.
Okay, did anybody else noteworthy ever go to Rhode Island outside of
They had a couple
Lamar
of good
Odom?
teams. A
Lamar
guy,
Odom went to Rhode Island.
I think so, yeah. That
he
seems
started
right.
somewhere else, but I think he transferred to Rhode Island. They had a couple of guys. Jim Herrick was their coach for a while. Remember the old UCLA guy?
Paul Revere.
And then I think the guy at UConn, right? Dan Hurley was at Rhode Island before he was at...
That is correct. The Rams.
Before he went to
He played
UConn.
one season at Rhode Island, it looks like.
Where was the one before he got drafted?
What?
Did he get drafted,
Oh,
quote,
not
out
Bobby
of Rhode
Hurd.
Island?
Odom?
We're talking about, he was going back to Odom. Sauce likes to Google while we're talking and then
Was
going
he-
back to something else.
He only went to Rhode Island.
Only Rhode Island.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was the 4th overall pick in 1999.
What?
Wow, I didn't have no recollection of that.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I think Jim Herrick was the coach of that team, too. They had a good... Maybe made the Sweet 16, something like that.
All right, so half the field is here. Mike Rem and Matt Muenster.
My dad's here.
Lawyer Lambert's in the building.
He's busy right now.
Is T.O. here? I mean, or is T.O. going to come in with some UFC-style entrance?
Yes.
Please.
Semifinal number 2 about 20 minutes away. And don't forget, that's for the 4 of them. They have stuff on the line personally, but one of you has a shot at $73,000. The initials jackpot thanks to St. Paul Federal Credit Union. Also 20 minutes from now. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.